Hello everyone, it is me, Blacksonatta here, and I love working out. I started my weightlifting journey at January 17th of this year, and ever since then, I have been consistently improving myself by going to the gym and pushing me to my limits. However, a couple of weeks ago, some members from my Discord server have consistently begged me for me to do a gym vlog, which always seems unfeasible because the gym I go to is just incredibly loud. But with their consistent begging, I figured that maybe I could record one of my gym sessions and have me voice over it later, and that's exactly how we got to this video. With that being said, this is a day working out with Sonatta. I recorded this video on October 8th, and it was a back and bicep day, so I got myself ready and head myself to the gym. I go to a gym inside a supermarket that is relatively close to where I live, and it basically has all of the machines I need for me to do a solid workout for all of the muscle groups. As far as equipment goes, I just like bringing myself a bottle of water and then some headphones to listen to my playlist while I'm working out. Once I'm inside the gym, I do a quick stretch just to get my body ready, and then I get started right away with my back training. For my first exercise of the day, I went with some weight-assisted pull-ups. Usually for the first exercise, I switch between a pull-down and a pull-up, but since I decided to record that day, I figured I'd go for the exercise I enjoyed the most. Pull-ups are what got me into weightlifting after all, and I really look forward to getting myself to do 10 clean pull-ups before the end of the year. My dumbbells noticed that I was recording on portrait mode, so I put my phone into landscape mode and went for my second set. For this exercise, I usually do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, giving a 2.5 minute rest between each set, and I increase the amount of reps throughout each set for some progressive overload. This allows me to push super hard on my final sets and get a pretty juicy pump. Overall, this exercise is great for targeting the lats, while also getting a little bit of bicep involvement right off the bat.
Holy shit. Bro, this shit hurts, dog.
After the pull-ups, I go for some rows. I like doing this on a machine because I just feel like setting up the machine is easier for me, and I can get a much better stretch on the negative with proper setup. Essentially, what I like to do for this exercise is set up the bench height until the front pad is hitting the middle of my chest, and increase the front pad's length until I have to really stretch my arm to grab onto the handles. From there, I prioritize squeezing my back while keeping my shoulders tucked in. That way you can trigger more of your back muscles without your biceps getting in the way. From there, it's basically the same thing, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, 2.5 minute rest, progressive overload, you guys get it. Overall, it's a great exercise for some more lat activation, while also triggering your lower and mid traps. Those are basically the 2 exercises I like doing for my back. I could most definitely slot in a third extra exercise in there for my upper traps, like a reverse fly, but my back has developed pretty well with those 2 exercises, so that's probably enough for me.
Insane.
After that, we go for our biceps workout, and I start out with some Bayesian Cable Curls for the long head of my biceps. For biceps, I like going with 3 exercises, one to hit the long head, another for the short head, and one for the brachialis. Quick correction I wanted to make here, I meant to say the brachioradialis instead of the brachialis, but it is essentially the same thing, it's more so part of your forearm, and it does help in part of your elbow flexion, so it's basically the same idea. Anytime that I mention brachialis instead of radiobrachialis, that's why. This exercise is by far one of my favorites for the biceps because it is super simple to set up by just adding some D handles into the cable machine, they can be overloaded very easily, and the pump for them just feels amazing. I do like to set up the height for the handles slightly above the ground because the tension gets slightly increased that way, which does result in a smoother resistance profile. The only thing I would criticize here is my form. Usually you want your shoulders to stay as immobile as possible, but here I tend to move them quite a lot. It's not anything crazy, but it is something I could do better. Other than that, I just do the usual 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps with 2.5 minute rest for basically all of my exercises, making sure I go to absolute failure on my last set. With Bayesian curls done, I do hammer curls for the brachialis. Now if you are an experienced gym enthusiast, I know what you're thinking. There has been a massive discussion on Gym Talk about vaulting hammer curls because they're quote unquote suboptimal for the bicep, which to that I say, I don't care. There's nothing too crazy for me to comment about on this exercise though. I just grabbed some 18-pound weights and just linked those bad boys across my body for the bicep and forearm engagement. I know I am kinda cheating there by swinging my arms, but it isn't too bad to the point I'm still not pushing my forearms really hard. I let my autism kick in for a moment and decided to hit this yoga ball that was behind me, as any gym rat would. And then I decided to go for the 20-pound weights instead of the 18 pounds, which I kinda managed to do. I don't know, it was kinda hard. I got it. Nice.
Can you see the veins? Look at that shit. Okay, it's kind of blurry. There you go. You can see kinda.
And lastly, for our bicep workout, I do some Scott curls for the short head of the biceps with the light of God beaming behind me. Like, bro, those lights are bright. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be terrified of this exercise after seeing some videos of people just completely tearing the bicep ligament on this bench, but I decided to try them later on and they're alright. You just have to be careful not to go too crazy with the weight and to control the bar very carefully throughout the movement by not going all the way to the bottom where your bicep is overstretched. Other than that, there's nothing else for me to comment. If you are curious for what weight I use for each exercise, here's the board for each exercise. I know it's not insane levels of weight, especially considering I am 17, but these are the weights that can get me to really work hard with my back and biceps while being rightfully strict with my form, and that's what should matter overall. Don't go for massive weight if you're just going to swing the weight up and down, left, right, and center. With those exercises done, I decided to go for a bonus ab workout. I just like doing your good old sit-ups. Here, I like locking my legs into an elevated surface to avoid my legs from kicking in, and I also grab a free weight just to add some extra difficulty while overloading my abs. I like doing 2 sets of 20 reps with 45-second rest between each set for these. Also, while you're working out, make sure you stay hydrated all throughout. Okay, to be fair, this is just good advice, you might as well be hydrated to all your life, but you guys get the point, okay? And that finishes up my training for today. Okay, I did end up doing some cardio later, but we don't care about that one.
Okay, the workout has been finished, and it is time for me to reap what I have sown, or however the line goes.
Finally, once I finish my workout, I go to the bathroom's mirror to check on my physique by flexing. I like recording my flexing once a month, so I can get to see how much my physique changes from month to month, and it just feels super satisfying to do every time I finish a workout. And that essentially covers up my back and bicep day. Hopefully I can do more videos like this to show my other workouts, and if you think I should do more of these too, let me know by commenting on this video. While you're at it, leave a like in this video to let me know you liked it, and subscribe to my channel so you can follow up on any other videos I do. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.